What if the secret to happiness isn't wealth or fame, but something much simpler? Today, we're breaking down 12 life-changing lessons from the best-selling book, The Good Life Lessons from the World's Longest Scientific Study of Happiness, by Robert Waldinger and Marc Schulz. The book shares insights from the Harvard study of adult development, which tracked over 700 people for 85 years. These are lessons that will redefine how you live, love, and chase fulfillment. Let's dive in. Takeaway 1. Relationships are the key to happiness. Relationships are not just essential as stepping stones to other things, and they are not simply a functional route to health and happiness. They are ends in themselves. The Harvard study revealed a staggering truth. People with strong social connections are 50% more likely to live longer and report higher life satisfaction than those who prioritize wealth or career. Researchers also observed that loneliness is as harmful as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. But it's not just about being surrounded by people. Deep, meaningful bonds are what matter. For example, participants who maintained close friendships into their 80s had sharper memories and slower cognitive decline. This is what you can do. Schedule a weekly 20-minute call with someone you care about. Even small interactions, like sharing a meal or reminiscing about old times, fortify these bonds. Takeaway 2. Quality over quantity in friendships. It's not just the number of friends you have, it's the quality of your close relationships that matters. You don't need 500 Instagram followers to be happy. The book emphasizes that the depth and nature of our connections matter far more than the sheer number of friends we accumulate. It also introduces the idea of eudaimonic happiness, a state of long-term contentment, purpose, and flourishing, which is primarily fostered by the quality, not the quantity, of our relationships and the frequency of our interactions. Researchers found that having 3 to 5 trusted friends reduces stress, boosts immunity, and even lowers blood pressure. It was also noted that lonely people experience 32% more inflammation, a biomarker for chronic disease. To develop quality friendships, try auditing your social circle. Prioritize friends who celebrate your wins, challenge you to grow, and show up during crises. Takeaway 3. Conflict doesn't ruin relationships. No relationship of any significance is free of conflict. The key is not to avoid disagreements, but to resolve them in a way that leaves both partners feeling understood and appreciated. It's important to understand that while conflict is a normal part of relationships, it's how that conflict is handled that determines the relationship's health. The book highlights that relationships with high levels of conflict, coupled with low levels of affection, are particularly damaging, perhaps worse than getting divorced. So conflict itself isn't the destroyer, but rather the absence of warmth and positive connection. And living in the midst of good, warm relationships is protective. For instance, one couple fought constantly about finances, but stayed married for 61 years by scheduling weekly check-ins to air grievances calmly. So the next time you disagree, say, "Let me make sure I understand," before reacting. Takeaway 4. Career success doesn't equal happiness. Chasing promotions won't fill emotional voids. Purpose matters more than prestige. This challenges conventional wisdom that professional achievements are the key to happiness. While success can bring satisfaction and recognition, it doesn't automatically lead to fulfillment or joy. Participants who went after promotions over purpose reported higher rates of midlife regret. One lawyer earned millions but described his life as a golden cage due to strained family ties. Conversely, a teacher who made 1/10 of the lawyer's salary scored in the top 10% for life satisfaction. The takeaway? Align your work with your values, not societal expectations. Redefine what success means to you, focusing not just on career milestones, but on nurturing connections and living a balanced life. To make sure you don't fall into this trap, write down 3 non-negotiable values like creativity or service and assess if your job honors them. Takeaway 5. Mental health impacts relationships. Anxiety or depression can strain bonds. Prioritize therapy. It's a sign of strength, not weakness. The book also highlights how our emotional well-being directly shapes the quality of our connections with others. When mental health suffers, Due to stress, anxiety, or depression, it can lead to miscommunication, withdrawal, or conflict, straining even our closest bonds. In fact, people with anxiety are 3 times more likely to push loved ones away. Conversely, good mental health fosters empathy, patience, and openness, strengthening relationships. Those participants who sought therapy saw a 72% improvement in relationship satisfaction within a year. Mental health and relationships are deeply interconnected. To nurture one, we must care for the other. Takeaway 6. Resilience is built, not born. Adversity shapes you. Reframe challenges as growth opportunities. Life will knock you down. How you get up matters. This is literally what resilience is, the ability to bounce back from challenges. This skill is not an innate trait, but a skill developed over time. The study revealed that participants who viewed hardships as temporary, like, "This job loss is a chance to pivot," versus permanent, such as, "I'll never recover," lived 7 to 10 years longer on average. Building resilience involves cultivating healthy habits like seeking support, maintaining perspective, and practicing self-compassion. To help build resilience, begin by reframing one current challenge using the phrase, "This is difficult, but I can..." Takeaway 7. Gratitude rewires your brain. Daily gratitude practices boost happiness. Practicing gratitude doesn't just make us feel good, it fundamentally changes how our brain functions. By focusing on what we're thankful for, we create new neural pathways associated with happiness and well-being, making it easier to access positive emotions over time. This process also enhances emotional regulation, helping us manage stress and negativity more effectively. Participants who practiced gratitude had 23% lower cortisol, the stress hormone, levels. One man, Henry, started a gratitude jar after his cancer diagnosis. By the time he passed away at 89, he'd filled 1,200 notes. You can practice gratitude daily by placing a notebook by your bed and jot down 3 daily wins, no matter how small. For example, my neighbor smiled at me. Takeaway 8. Forgiveness frees you. Holding grudges drains energy. Let go, not for others, but for your peace. This doesn't mean excusing harmful actions or forgetting pain. It means releasing the hold that anger and bitterness have on you. Forgiveness is a gift we give ourselves. It allows us to heal, regain peace, and focus on the present rather than being trapped by past hurts. Holding a grudge is like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to die. The study found that unforgiving people had 50% higher rates of chronic pain. Conversely, participants who practiced forgiveness, even toward deceased parents, reported stronger immune systems and better sleep. One simple way you can begin the process is to write a letter to someone who hurt you, then burn or bury it as a symbolic release. Takeaway 9. Purpose gives life meaning. Find activities that make you feel I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. The book underscores the transformative role of having a sense of direction and intention in life. Individuals with a strong sense of purpose experience better mental health, reduced stress, and even physical benefits like improved longevity and cognitive function. Retirees with a sense of purpose, such as mentoring or gardening, lived 2 to 4 years longer than those who just relaxed. One participant started a community garden at 75 and said, "I wake up excited now." Researchers call this the legacy effect. Knowing your actions ripple beyond your lifespan. The takeaway? Finding purpose isn't just about achieving goals. It's about creating a life where every moment feels valuable and meaningful. Ask yourself, what can I do today that future me will thank me for? Takeaway 10. Small moments matter most. It's not grand gestures, it's daily kindness that builds lasting connections. The study found that grand gestures account for less than 10% of relationship satisfaction. The magic lies in micro moments, a shared laugh, a hand squeeze during a tough day. Couples who had daily rituals like coffee together every morning were 31% more likely to stay married. Life's true joy often lies not in grand achievements or extraordinary events, but in simple, fleeting moments, like sharing a laugh, enjoying a quiet sunset, or hearing a kind word. These small moments, when noticed and savored, elevate our mood and create lasting emotional resilience. The message is clear. Happiness isn't found in waiting for big milestones. It's cultivated by embracing the richness of the present and finding joy in the little things. You can try this. Send a thinking of you text today. No reason needed. Takeaway 11. Generosity creates joy. Helping others releases endorphins. Helping others releases endorphins. Volunteer, donate, or simply listen. Helping others triggers a helper's high, a dopamine rush similar to exercise. Participants who volunteered regularly had inflammation levels comparable to people 10 years younger. Even small acts, like donating $5 to a cause, lit up the brain's reward centers. Generosity fosters connection, strengthens social bonds, and releases oxytocin, the hormone associated with trust and bonding. It shifts focus from self-interest to shared humanity, creating a sense of purpose and fulfillment. The key takeaway? Joy isn't found in what we keep, but in what we give. By embracing generosity, we unlock a powerful pathway to lasting happiness and deeper relationships. You can be more generous by using the 5-minute kindness rule. Simply do something kind for someone in the next 300 seconds. Takeaway 12. Happiness is a choice. Happiness isn't luck, it's daily habits. Happiness isn't something we passively receive, it's an active decision we make every day. It means prioritizing actions and habits that foster joy, such as nurturing relationships, practicing gratitude, and focusing on meaningful experiences. Your habits shape your happiness more than your genetics. Participants who adopted one positive habit, like walking daily or calling a friend, for 6 weeks reported lasting mood improvements. As Waldinger says, happiness is a garden. You have to water it daily. It is up to you to take control of our well-being. Even in challenging times, we can choose to find moments of positivity or connection. The choice is always ours to make. To begin the process, start a 21-day happiness challenge. Pick one thing that makes you happy and practice it daily. Please let us know which takeaway resonated most with you. Comment below. If you're inspired, share this with someone who needs it.